What's going on, people? It's your dude, Jamel, aka the One Scorpio, aka Mr. Food Over Everything. What up? Dropping this video. I just left a video about my birthday. It's about a 7-minute video. If you didn't watch it, this one should be shorter. But if you didn't watch my other video, go watch it. 7 minutes. I was talking to you guys. I would do it on live, but I figure it's just easier for me to just go ahead and make the video and then post it. Plus, I get better camera quality. You can see my beautiful features. I'm just being silly. So just wanted to put it out there. You guys have seen what I've been doing or whatever. What kind of seeing? You got a perspective that's not on the inside. And the two things that I'm focusing on, I got a business that I'm working with, and I'm doing some marketing work for and some branding for. And then there's my coaching business, which is still very, 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 very green. But I do and will. I have a very strong purpose in doing the relationship coaching and things like that. I've worked with a client for some time, and it went in a direction that kind of follows where my heart wants to go more so than the offer that I actually put out there. But I know that I have a lot of utility in many different situations to help. But it's in all of that, I've been dealing with my own situations, just trying to make it, investing all my time and energy into these ventures as well as some side projects, because my time and energy that I invest inside of my ventures, it includes networking on a big grand scale, because without people to know who you are and what you do, you can't really showcase your value. So I try to keep opportunities flowing for me to showcase my value. I try to keep my connections open, and I try to keep building new connections and new relationships so that I can showcase my value, because I'm going to always produce. And that's one thing about me, is that I'm always going to create and I'm always going to produce. It's just about where and for whom and how much they value it. And I'm going to be good. But it's been a little bit of a struggle for the past year. The past year has been crazy for me. This has been the best worst year of my life. No lie. Best year, worst year. Why was it the best? It's been the best because of my growth. Because of my the evolution of me. My personality is growing. My ability to handle things are growing. My perspective is growing. I see things in an even more elevated light than I did before. Things that probably would have had my heart shook in past years, today I look at it and be like, oh, it's just another challenge to overcome, and I know I'm capable of doing it. Um, the the key thing that keeps me grounded is patience. If I didn't have patience, I would have broken many times. I can say that I've broken many times, because I'm on the path of entrepreneurship, whatever the word is. I'm on that path, and I've refused to go back into a corporate structure, and in doing so, that cuts off my income sources. And not having a steady source of income for a year, even with a little bit of support, is tough. Not just on the fact that, I gotta move with my pockets a certain way, but it's tough on my mind. It's tough on my mental to know that I have to really decide, am I going to break and just go back and find a regular job and go back into this system, or am I going to continue to push? And I always have to take an assessment and look back and say, as much as I'm not, the reward isn't coming in just yet, um where am I actually in my progress toward my reward, compared today compared to a month ago, 3 months ago, half a year ago, a year ago, or whatever the case may be. And even though I feel like I'm in the same state, when I do that comparison, I realize that I'm so far from where I was. So many more opportunities in front of me, so many more connections and relationships. You know, it's like it's like a bubble just waiting to pop for me. And that part feels good. The part of waiting for that bubble to pop is the bad part. That sucks. But the part of me knowing that once this bubble pops, all that reward, all that investment is just going to pour down, and that I've built for myself multiple levels of investment, meaning that once my base foundation investment gets going, it's going to keep on going. But that little base investment growing allows me to tap into another investment that I've been holding on to, but not being able to fund or move around with. But I had established it already because I was prepared. And then once that grows, I can go into my next investment level up above that. And I can pull people up under me into these different investments as I go. That's been my whole goal the whole time, is to go ahead and bring build myself up to the point to where I can invest in all these ventures that I find to be fruitful, that I also could pass the knowledge and resources down to other people beneath me who could then build that up for themselves and then also do the same for others. That's been Jamel's goal. That will continue to be my goal. Evolution, elevating, and it's not elevating just by yourself. I'm all about the community. I'm all about the family. I'm all about my peer network. I'm all about everybody. We all could grow. We all could win. And, I say, let's do it. Let that be the challenge. Instead of figuring out how can you do it, figuring out how can we do it. How can we bridge the gaps of communication? How can we bridge the issue of not having a strong enough commerce system so that everybody can get a piece of the pie? These are things I think about, and I think I have some solutions. We'll see what happens in the future, but that's what I'm working on. I just thought to share a little bit of my mind to those who aren't right here next to me, or those that don't tend to have that type of conversation with me. Um, if you guys have any questions that you would like to ask me about anything that I'm doing, feel free. I'm an open book. I like to go ahead and express myself about things that I'm doing or what's on my mind, because it helps me to connect and reflect, and it builds up. It refreshes my memory. It's like hitting the refresh button on a web page, or better yet, no, that's not a good analogy. What's a good refreshing memory? It's like clearing the cache. There we go. It's like clearing the cache on a web page. You clear the cache and go revisit the page, and you re-download all the data and everything. And because once that information is sat there in the cache and it's sat there stored for like a week or 2 weeks, it's still valid information, but it's old. There may be new data, new something that's inside of this website that's no longer loading because the old data is there. So I gotta get rid of the old data in order to build the new data. And the way I bring in the new data is by having these conversations. Make sense? So, I hope you guys are having an amazing Friday. Don't let this rain get you down. This rain is off and on. I done seen it being a little torrential. I done seen some sunlight come out. I don't know. But I'm going to enjoy this day. I'm about to go inside the house and work on this branding a little bit. Try to get this idea out of my head into a real, true blue, tangible, visual piece. Once I get this piece together, ooh, I'm gonna do a couple of backflips, or not backflips, but just roll around on the ground like Tina Turner. Nah, I'm done. Y'all have a good day.